what they're doing at the mirrors. That's weird. There's no food at the mirrors, but both in front of the mirrors is all dug up. Yeah, that's all it takes. Gotta put a snare on it down there in the water and try to pull up on it. Pull up on it. Look how nice this all looks. And bam, freaking put a water. Here we go. So welcome to the Beaver Retriever channel, where I normally bring you out trapping, bring you right along on the trap line, but today we're going to take the day off and we're going to a winter cookout. A friend of mine has what they call pond day. We go out on a local pond and we have a bonfire, and I brought some beaver carcasses to grill over the fire. I'm going to try to roast my beavers on the fire there. And I'm bringing the dog team. We got all the dogs. We got 2 dog sleds, a bale of hay for the dogs to lay on while we're out there. So, the 2 dogs in the truck and 5 dogs out here. So we got a total of 7 dogs today. So let's see how this goes. Should be a good time, hopefully. All right, so here we go. Hey, we got the GoPro back. One of the kids grabbed it for me. Uphill here. This is good. Tire him out a little bit. Yeah, it's going pretty good. Come on, get going. Hike, hike, hike. Yeah, so this is the setup. I got the dogs over there. They're all on the drop line, all in the woods right there. The stable running free here. Quite a few people here right now. So here's the lineup up here. We got Beaver dog. We got Boss dog. We got Mink Roney. We got Miss Bella. Miss Lynxie. And Mr. Water Dog. Sable's running free. Nice. Well, we got a beaver on the fire. Just throw it on a grate on the fire and see what happens. Yeah, we had a few people show up. A few people left already. So smoky over there by the fire. So we're all standing over here now. The sable dog being good. And all the other dogs being good up here. Brother showed up with his sled. And the dogs up here being good. Somebody didn't eat their meat. I have to take it away from her. Can't be eaten. No, hey, if you didn't eat it now, you can't have it. We're gonna put it right over here. Some critter's gonna eat it. Alright, those good dogs. Those good doggies. So I got all the dogs hooked up. Should have videotaped some of it, but that was a workout in itself. So everybody's all headed out. So we're that was a good day. That there's Charlie. He's the one that puts on this pond day every year. So thanks, Charlie.
No problem.
So we'll try it again. The beaver didn't really work out well. We're going home with some crispy fried beaver. So next year we'll do it on a rotisserie. Try to
be a little better prepared.
Yeah. So all right, that's it. Away we go. I got him to pick a trail. Kids had this place all run down. So nice. It's fun, especially once you get going. The dogs are all nice and calm. Always right there behind me. Brother's in front of me, kind of guides the dogs. So all's going good. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow we'll get out checking some traps. Maybe even set some more. So today we're gonna go check a game camera. I got on a gut pile. It's where I put all my guts and stuff from the beavers and like my otter carcasses and carcasses I don't eat. I put up there, and this year I put some mirrors at the bait pile to see how critters would react to seeing themselves in a mirror. So we're gonna hop on the old Tundra here and go check it. ducks around here. They've been loving it. That's quite the pile. Look at that. That's fun. Dug out in front of the mirrors. I don't know what they're doing at the mirrors. That's weird. There's no food at the mirrors, but both in front of the mirrors is all dug up. I got a camera right there, and I got two cameras right there, the cellular camera and my regular camera. So I'm gonna grab some cards and head back to my house and sit down and start watching, see what I can see. Big chunk there. Now we got a raccoon staring himself down in the mirror. There's a mirror right in front of him. And unfortunately, my cameras were a little off here, so I repositioned them today, so we should get better footage after today. We got a mirror on the right side, and we got a mirror on the left side. Now the fisher just saw himself in the mirror. Right there in front of him, the mirror. That's funny. Definitely eating good. There's a big pile of meat down there. Or gut pile. Pretty much all beaver gut. These damn birds. That's the mirror right in front of them there. Squawking away at it. Chin feathers all puffed out. Pretty funny looking. Never seen them do that. And they keep going around looking on the back side of it. Looking for, see where it is. This is funny. Attacking the freaking mirror. And we keep going around behind it. No, it's not there, guys. It's just yourselves. Must be over 100 videos of these guys doing this. Can't wait to get videos after today with a better positioned camera. I should be able to see the camera, to see the mirror itself. They were upset with that mirror. No, nothing there, dude. You think so? That's funny. Weird birds. That is funny. Nice bald eagle showed up on the bait pile finally. And this is the camera on the other side, so there's a mirror right behind the eagle's tail right there, and there's a mirror obviously on the right there. This freaking raven's pecking at a eagle's back tail feathers, trying to get him to move. That's freaking daring. Brave little raven. Just trying to get him to move so he can get a piece of meat. That's funny. Beautiful bird. Big bird. Here's that raccoon that we saw earlier from that other camera. So, and that's the coon staring himself down in the mirror. And the light on the left's that other camera that we watched earlier. Stared himself down. He don't know what the hell he's doing. Fisher's back. He just saw himself. That was pretty cool with the game camera. So it sucks one of my cameras was kind of off position, but we repositioned that, so hopefully we'll get some better footage. And now we're out on the dog team. Take it 2 days in a row. Let's go for a run. So they're doing great today. We got all 8 today. Go, Mink! Mink, go! Good boy! We'll see how they do going by the bait pile with all these new tracks. Bait piles are right up here. On by! On by! On by! On by! Good on by! Good on by! Go! 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 Good on by! Good on by! Go, Mink! Jay! Good Jay! Good Jay! Yeah, so today is the start of the Iditarod, and it's pretty cool to know that these dogs' grandfather dog, actually the great-grandfather dog to these pups, was on the winning Iditarod team in 2010. So These guys got winning in their blood. Sniff was the dog's name, and Lance Mackey was the dog musher that won. Ended up winning quite a few years in a row. So, no, that's pretty cool to know. These dogs is related to a winning Iditarod team dog. Good boy, Meg! Here's a bog that I camped out on there a couple weeks ago now. Go, Mink! These dogs even know the old trail. They headed right down the trail we had. Right? That's pretty cool how they can find an old trail. You can't even see the trail in front of the dog. He's going the exact route we had when we come out here on the camping trip. Pretty cool. There you go, Mink. Good job. Go, Mink. Whoa, whoa, shit, whoa. We're off. We just got all turned around. Now we're headed back. Oh yeah, snow's building up on my drag pad. You going? Good dogs. Yeah, that was a good run. That was probably the toughest run for the dogs. We had to break trail going down into that bog. And I think we probably did, I don't know, 6 miles maybe. So, nothing compared to that Iditarod. They're doing 1,000 miles. Usually the winners get that done in about 10 days. So, they do about 100 miles a day. These guys just did 6 or 7. Alright, Sable Dog. On the dog team again today. We're doing the same trip we did yesterday, maybe a little more. And hopefully we do about 6 miles, what I'm hoping. It's hammering now. We're on an old road here. This snowmobile trail. It's been kind of nice to take a couple days off from trapping, but tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow morning, we'll try to get down and check a few sets. Got a river right close to home. We can go check. We're getting there. We're almost back home. So there, we made it back. So I just unhooked Boss. Let him do his thing. He deserves it. I'm gonna hop on my phone and see how many miles we just did. So we just did 6.5 miles. So nice. That was right what I was hoping to do. I was hoping to do 6 to 7 miles. Now today we're up to my sugar shack. I make maple syrup every spring. And we're pretty close to spring, so we're out here tapping trees and getting ready. Right here we got a bunch of lines out through the woods here. Right here we have actually broken fitting, so I'll have to come back up. I'm still going to tap everything here. That's what I'm doing today, is just tapping. And I'll come back up and fix that line. Sugar shack's right down there. So first thing I do is pull the tap, which I have a homemade tap puller. Yeah, that's all it takes. So you see all the old holes in the tree. There's an old hole all healed right up. Can't even see in there. There's another one just from a few years ago. Alright, we got another line done. Just come from down there, come all the way up through here. I used to work at a sugar bush there for a few years. My late teens, early 20s, I worked at a big sugar bush. We had 15,000 taps. 15,000 of them things. So that was quite the experience. Not many people working for them. It was one year it was me that tapped them 15,000 taps. So that was a good experience. That was fun. I want to try to hopefully go visit that guy this spring sometime. So here's our main line. We have these things called a saddle, which our 5/16 tubing goes into. So I just come down that line, get that all tapped. We've gotten everything through here all tapped. So we're headed up the line. Get some right here to tap. But yeah, this line goes all the way up to my parents' house. Yeah, so we used to have to collect sap. We only had a few trees right here close to the sugar shack going down to it, but it's nice now that at least 200 of my taps are all online here to head right for the sugar shack. Don't have to touch it. You just got to pump it upstairs, which is fun. Got a little 1-inch gas-powered pump, and we pump it from a big tank upstairs into a little tank and gravity feed it right into the evaporator. So before I'm done here today, I'll try to show you the evaporator. Because we ain't boiling this week. We won't see that in action for a couple of weeks. So maybe next week. By the end of next week, we'll probably be boiling. So here's my sugar shack. And that's our old sugar shack. We've made syrup out of that one for quite a few years. Now it's our wood shed slash tank house. Good tank in there. That's where all the sap comes down into. So we go from this tank down there, and then we pump it up into this tank. And this tank gravity feeds down into the evaporator. Which it's, we got our pans all upside down and stuff right now. And I got my honey operation going on top. So hopefully by the end of next week, we'll have this thing fired up and we'll be making some steam. Yeah, so some years we get a lot of blowdowns and stuff that take this line down. And this actually hasn't been too bad, all behind me down through there. But here's a blowdown. This tree fell down, brought this line down. I think I can just break a few of these branches here and get this line back up. And if it was any bigger and we had more snow, I'd just end up cutting this line back there at the fitting and then pull it up through and then string it back to wherever it came from. This is what that big bush was all about. 15,000 taps all on tubing like this. Get bad windy years, there was a lot of branches that would fall down and take down all these lines. And even moose up there, moose would run through these like crazy, drag these lines right down over the mountain. And up there it was all a mountainside where we were. It was nothing was flat, it was steep. So but now I like doing this on my own. I like my own little operation here. So them few years I let my father do his operation here by himself. And since then I have kind of taken over and we do it together. He works down at the sugar shack this time of year. I'm out here tapping. We both boil every time right together. And this line's got another blowdown. I think I'm gonna be able to move that one. I'll have to cut this line and just come back up. Put it back together so I can cut it here and pull it right through the snow to the other side and string it up. Yep, I need a new T. When it pulled it down, it split it right there. Yep. So I'll come back up here with my tubing pliers and another T. But for now we can at least pull it through and have it strung all up and ready. We go over to this side. And I can just pull this through. Pull it right back down. So when I come back up here, all I have to do is hook it up. Yeah. Well, I'll have to bring a ladder in for them ones. In order to keep them going downhill, I have to be up that high. So, and it all depends on my snow level. Like this year's, probably about average, maybe a little below average. I'm kind of reaching kind of high. So some years you're drilling holes at like your face level. Some years you're drilling holes just as high as you can reach. Some years you're drilling real low. Get a bunch of freaking snow, get 4 or 5 feet of snow. We'll be quite up there in the tree. Well, I got this whole area all tapped. All up behind me, all over here, all behind me is all tapped. From here to the sugar shack's all done except for one line. And that one I need the ladder. And I gotta fix the line in 2 spots. Yeah, it's funny, I left a couple of taps and a couple of trees over the years. And look how far in that has grown. Probably another 3-4 years and that's gonna start covering up over this tap. Eventually this tube is gonna be hanging out. Same with this side. So hopefully in 50, 60 to 100 years, somebody cuts this tree down for firewood and while they're splitting it, they'll find my taps inside of it. So we've found old wooden taps. We have taps that go all the way up there. That's my parents' house up there in the corner of the field. All out behind them, right over to like that softwood tree right there. We got the line. Our main line comes, crosses the road up here. And I got a bunch of taps over in here. I just did these lines. Got a blow down right here. I'm gonna have to come back up and fix. And I got one tree at the end of this line I need a ladder for. Hopefully tomorrow at some point we'll get it finished tapped up. Yeah, so we're supposed to get a big rainstorm here tomorrow. So I am headed for the local river and get my traps the hell off the river. So the first couple of years trapping, I learned that this time of year, you don't want to be going out on sketchy ice trying to retrieve your traps. So I'm going to start pulling for the next week or so. I'm going to start pulling all my winter sets, and then I'll switch over to this set and caster sets where they're coming out. In a few weeks, we're going to be doing spring trapping, and that's crazy. I catch a lot of beaver spring trapping quickly. I set 40-50 traps out right along the roadside, any place I can see water, put a little caster, and I can catch beaver anywhere in the springtime. They're on the move. The 2-year-olds and the single ones and families trying to find new bogs and stuff, they're all on the move. Just as soon as ice out is, they head out. So you set some caster along the way and they all check out that caster scent. They're very territorial. Winter trapping's coming to an end now, so once they start coming out after that, like that rain tomorrow, they'll start coming out and getting fresh food. So they won't go for any more of these baited sets anymore. Yeah, since we're pulling the traps today, we're not gonna chop a real big hole, just gonna chop the pole free and pull on it. If I feel like there's a beaver there, I'll chop it out bigger, and if there's no beaver, I'll pull it up and on to the next one. Yeah, there's one trap pulled. Well, nothing in this place. I only caught that one small beaver here. So now I want to take these poles here and try to put them up there in a couple of the trees behind the beaver house right there. Take these 4 poles I got here, and we'll wire them up into the trees up there. And if I ever trap this place again, I'll have some pre-cut poles ready to go. So I'm thinking I'm going to put up in these trees here, maybe over to one of these trees somehow. So hopefully the flood doesn't take them away. This place always floods out like wicked high. I don't think I can just put them up in that one tree. Yeah, we're gonna put them all just like that. Nice, this is gonna work pretty good. Yeah. Spending time hauling poles out and finding poles. Yeah, that's coming out pretty good. Just wire right here and wire them off right into them trees. Alright, well that's it for this area. Now we're gonna head down the snowmobile trail and grab another bunch of traps at a spot. Yeah, this is where I caught that 61 pounder. There was nothing on it that time. Next trap, nothing. Well, still no beaver here. And now we had a pole break and I couldn't get it freaking out. And trying to get it all chopped out, but I gotta put a snare on it down there in the water and try to pull up on it. Let's try to pull up on it. Yeah. Now it's stuck. There. There's nothing in it. There, we got one more trap to go here. And then debating whether I want to go check another flowage. I think I do. I think we might head to another pond and pull them traps today. Yep, no more on this one. So I think I caught them all. It's not a single trap was set off. All right, we're gonna get some gas and probably go grab some traps off another pond. Hopefully we got a beaver over there. Yep, so we're gonna pull some more traps off of this next spot too. It's a pond, little channels where I'm at, a little like river where the outlet of this pond is. So I'm gonna get them done before it rains out, and it's just starting to rain right now. So I'm gonna hammer down, try to get these done real quickly. Yep, well, I'm fucked. It's all slush. So that's not good. I don't know if I can get going or not. I want to have my chisel in here because this is fucking tin. Yep, fuck. Holy. How crazy how fast conditions can change. Look how nice this all looks. And bam. Freaking foot of water, half foot of water. My feet are soaked, the boots ain't waterproof very deep. Beaver house is only right there. So we're gonna get the fuck back over there. Maybe go up along the shore. I'll walk. I ain't. And it sucks I didn't bring my snowshoes today. Nothing. So I'm gonna try to get this turned around and hopefully go back down that same strip. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but we're gonna try. Holy, we got lucky to get out of that one. That was almost a bad situation. Go back, get that sleigh somehow. Bring my chisel, make sure it's safe. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. You can see where I run up along the side of it trying to push. We made it though. Usually get into that slushy stuff and I'm done right there. So, this is horrible. Ice doesn't even feel safe underneath there. Hey, we might trudge through the snow or try to even get the snowmobile up there onto the shore up there by that point. Maybe go in that way. Well, we made it. We came up by the shore. We actually made it over to the Beaver house here, so I just don't know how the ice is going to be out here. If it was all slushy right over there, it's probably going to be pretty shitty right here. So I'm going to go out there on foot with the chisel, one step at a time. Try to get over to them, one step at a time. Don't want to get wet today. Other my feet are soaked. This is if any. Holy, way more ice than I thought there'd be. Let's see what we got. Nothing. So nothing on the first one. Well, no beaver in this one. So we're all done here. We got all 6 traps pulled. Now we're gonna try to head out through the woods that way and try to get to the other one. We got 4 traps over there. Hopefully the ice is safe at this one. It's just a little channel, like a brook through here, so. So there's still beaver here. I was just sitting down on the snowmobile taking a quick break and I can hear them chewing in their freaking house. It's funny, before this year I never heard that. Now this is the second time this winter I've heard them chewing on a stick of wood in their house. So he got lucky. Yeah, pulling up trap number 2 for this place. Oh, feels like we got something. Oh, we do. Yep, we got a beaver. Oh, there. That's a good sized beaver. Nice. Sweet. It's pretty warm today, so I'm not super worried about freeze drying. And it won't freeze to nothing. It's freaking warm out. So let's see what we got in this one. Nothing. Nope, nothing. The bait just fell off, so. Alright, we got one more trap over there. We're gonna check on our way out. So yeah, that's a pretty good sized beaver. It'll be pretty close to a blanket beaver. Pretty sure that'll stretch out to a blanket. Yeah, so I threw in kind of a shitty set last time. Just a snare pole, and I was afraid it wasn't gonna freeze in. And it actually looks like they haven't even come out since I set the snare pole, so. No, this should have been a conibear bear. 100% should have been a conibear bear, not a snare pole. So, nope, glad I'm not coming to a live beaver running around on top of the ice. That's what I was worried about. Yep, nothing in my last trap, so that's it for this flowage. We heard that beaver chewing in the hut, so at least we know there's one left. Good to know, it's good to proceed. Don't need to always catch them all. So I wanted to show you this tree they've been coming out and chewing on. Look at this freaking tree. Big old maple. So, look at some of these wood chips. Pretty big wood chips. They got a big appetite. I started chewing on that one. Chewing on a cherry tree right there. Yeah, look at the size of this tree there. Chewing on. That's a pretty big tree. They had a big appetite. If they could have gotten it dropped, it would have fallen right into the river for them. They would have had all kinds of food and new wood for new house. And alright, well that's it for today for trapping. We'll hopefully make it back out of here on the pond. There was a few other places that were a little slushy on my way across, so I'm going to go out there, be careful, and try to make it across. One beaver is better than no beaver, that's for sure. Alright, so we made it back, and forgot to mention that beaver was number 75 for the season, so we're halfway to my goal. I have a goal of 150, so we got a month and a half left to catch them, so we got 75 to catch in a month and a half. I'm pretty sure I'll do it. That's springtime trapping. That's freaking easy. Catch lots of them, put a little caster out, wham bam, thank you man. Get way behind. I can't even keep up with the beaver. I catch so many. Yeah, so I'm out tapping trees again today. I've worked this main line down to this spot, but now we have a blowdown that took down the line here. So I have to try to put that line back together. You can see right above the ladder right there is the other end. I'm gonna go grab a spare piece of this blue tube in here and probably take it off from there and add a new piece going from here up to where it was broken on that one. We got a new tubing on here. Now we just got to I'm gonna be able to try to undo it from that fitting right there and put this right on there. Yeah, so this line's so high because we were trying to get high enough to go across our road. So we're high enough that we can drive underneath it. We're putting the line together above the road right now, and everything will be on line. Just gotta tap a few more trees, but all the main line will be all back together. We do have a couple of lines that we didn't fix the other day, so before it runs again, we'll get to them. The plan today is finish tapping. I probably got another 40-50 taps to do down below the driveway right here, and then this section will be tapped. I usually do tap more, but I don't know what I'm gonna do this year. I might just add more up here. I'll have it on this line instead of gathering any, because I do have some down by the sugar shack, but I gotta gather, and I don't want to gather anything this year. Well, we got everything tapped up above there. Only thing I haven't tapped is along the road here. I took the line down last year. Now I'm debating whether I want to just add everything I took down here, add it up above. That way I don't have to collect the drop. This stuff here runs that way, so I can't get it to run to the sugar shack. Yeah, so I don't feel like collecting sap this year, so I'm going to probably just add more up above to make up for these ones this year. And eventually I want a line that goes down into a tank below here, and then another line coming back so I can pump back from there right into my big tank up here. So I've been doing it with 5-gallon buckets for years, and I've had enough of that. So I'd rather see it all run right into this one big tank, which is in the back of my truck. We just cleaned that out today, got it all ready. So in a week we should be making some steam above there. Yeah, so I ended up taking a couple days off. Ended up getting some stomach viruses going around locally. That wasn't good. Puking, shitting, wasn't good. So I took a couple days off, but now we're back to it. We're gonna at least try to skin this big beaver we caught the other day. We're skinning this beaver, and I still got a couple other beaver that are skinned that I just need the flesh, but we'll do that sometime next week. So we're just gonna worry about getting this thing skinned today. Yeah, this beaver was pretty big. So must be 50 to 55 pounder probably, all easy. That's a nice tail. I'm gonna save that one out. It's nice to be out of the house for a second. A bit of fresh air, be good for me. Definitely got it off a lot easier than some. Some people had this stomach flu for like a couple weeks. I had it for 2 days. Still ain't right, but I can at least function. At least eat something today. Don't know about holding it down yet. So far, so good, but stomach is a little wheezy. I should be able to get out onto a couple ponds, hopefully in a couple of days, to finish pulling the rest of my traps. And then all I have is a few local bogs that I got some traps in, which I don't mind them. Them are still easy to get to. I just can't be crossing no more ponds and lakes with the snowmobile. There. Some dog food on that one. That's gonna be a freaking nice out right there. Blanket when they're heavy. Got this thing real quick and then call it a day. Alright, well that's it for this week, so make sure to stay tuned in next week to see if I get them traps off the pond safely and see what else I can come up with for doing. And we're going to be making maple syrup next week too.